We'll start from the tutorial one. We'll do Knights of Light again, though. Maybe I was cursed. Maybe I shouldn't have. What am I doing? To the end. Miss. Swing dead. Give me that. Hey, you're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. That bastard Hoggart did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Ivar, who sits down beside you, bedding his bladed axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you answer, he continues. Bernard's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Ike joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then Bruno. Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Birkenstrand to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we have to see to that wound before we lose you, too. Wouldn't want to leave Ike in charge, right? So be it. Return to Birkenstrand. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Birkenstrand. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries, down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago. Falk of Birkenstrand, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends to your wound. A pin pierces your skin, first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Falk of Birkenstrand sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it onto your wound. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire. Flesh from flame. A golem of pain. Falk of Birkenstrand hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it is a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Falk of Birkenstrand gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns is agreed upon. He gestures towards the servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, maybe at least your services one more time. I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, shall we say. Ivar scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Bruno stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Knights of Light, Ivar would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Ike, by gods, we all know he'd go chasing the women folk until one stove his rotten head in. We need the Knights of Light. It's all we have. What say you, Captain? Ivar burps and raises his cup to you. Ike playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hoggart or not, it's up to you, Captain. Yes, we have unfinished business with Hoggart. Oh man, that's a lot of reading. Oh, it's not a bad one. Keep that in mind, I guess. Alright, that's it. Got our boys. Just hiding in the steps. Just gonna run and eat it. Yep, we did it. Whew, we got the armor and we got the falcon. I think it's how it's pronounced. Hoggart lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. Put a boot in his corpse and look to your men. For the company, for all the men who've fallen. Ike spits on the dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to Birkenstrand. Yep. Ike joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You nod for him to speak his mind. Battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nicking too. You can patch up both men and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, we make camp, we should be wary of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from every which way. The company returns to Birkenstrand as victors, their heads held much higher this time. The Knights of Light are not the size that they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned in his final moments. You carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Falk at Birkenstrand's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks up the head, stares at it, and nods. Falk of Birkenstrand approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully. Yes, it's ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the man. As long as there is blood coursing through our veins, as long as we hold sword and shield, there shall stand our company. All through the realm, people know the Knights of Light. The men cheer. Bruno puts his hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers in battle. As brothers. Hey, we're good. All right, we got a bunch. But tell me to go to the same place. These are goddamn. Okay, good. There we go. That's what I'm talking. Here, some money, as promised. Alright, let's treat it. Let's get him. Oh, it's undead. Of course it's undead. Fuck. I knew it. Beat it. Me too. We did it. Hey, no, it's terrified villagers. We can actually buy shit now. Okay, everyone's not. Everyone's ready to fight. While walking about Nightland, you run an old man dragging a youthful man by the ear. You want to be a master? It takes time. Blood, sweat, tears. If you're the crying sort, there's no shame in that. If you are, here, look, a sellsword. If you want to fight so bad, why not go to him? You hold your hand out and ask for an explanation before getting offloaded some annoying git. The elderly man calms himself and lets the kid's ear go. I suppose you're owed more of an explanation. I'm the fencing master of this town, but I teach discipline and patience before anyone so much can touch a sword. This damn student of mine has neither. So I told him, if you want to fight so bad, get the hell out. You look at the kid. He's got a fresh face. But there is, in fact, some impatient eagerness in his eyes. You ask him if what the swordmaster says is true. The kid nods. Yes, sir, and I'd be more than happy to fight for you, too. All right, we'll take him. What do we got? Oh, wow, he's a fucking smiley boy, that's for sure. He's a coward. And he's, like, sickly. Ew. I don't even... Yeah, get out of here. It's just detriment. It's just... I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter. You'd just be a warm body. You could just fucking die, right? But let's get him. Catch a group of brigands lugging your employer's property around. They seem shocked that you found them here. No time is wasted trying to parley. They arm themselves and order the Knights of Light to charge. To arms. Just wait. That's how you do it. Interesting, okay. Hope I just get it all anyway. Yeah. Hey. We need to leave here anyway. Hey, there we go. Deciding that Newland is a good place to invest your efforts. You decide to offer the protection of the company and take up any work suitable to your talents. You act like a gentleman in dealing with locals and encourage the men to mind their manners while in the settlement. There's, of course, some griping at first. Bruno the sergeant was sorely disappointed to give up brawling with the farmers, especially with the Knights of Light spending so much time in Newland. Being convinced the men that you have a friendly base of operations is important in your line of work, as it meant getting better prices on the market and more people willing to join your motley band. It's also much less tiring not having to dodge a militia all the time. You even enlisted the men to do some small tasks in exchange for nothing but goodwill. Found the little brat who wandered off and dragged him right home, Ike brags, quickly outweighed by Eidwald. I went to the market for the old spinster, split her fire for the winter, and put out her washing, but I draw the line at rescuing treed cats. Give the company strength to a dozen men. It'll make us a more formidable force and will allow us to take on more profitable work. Or we need a battle standard. Look at the battle standard. I need way more than that. There we go. Let's go. Is anybody hurt? Nope. Good shape. Where have I seen this before? Look at him. He's just going straight. He's lost his shield. He's lost everybody around him. He just doesn't care. See? And then a fight goes like that. I just play it dumb. The difference between... Whoa! I paid those men a great deal of crowns, so it appears I should have paid you, and now all these skeevy brigands are dead. I can. You tell the man to get the point before you run through with the sword. Gestures towards the artifact. Paid 1,400 crowns. Oh. It was original. This was a little more. What do you say? We won't take kindly betrayal. It's a good bit of money. No. We're paid to return it, and that's what we'll do. We're not making that same mistake again. Whoa. No. Oh. They're too geared. I can't fight them. Like, they're all wearing armor. Get the fuck out, boys. Retreat. Run. Run. Okay, please be paused. Alright. How do we get out of here? Where do we go? We go to that's where we go. Yeah, what do we got? I'm gonna read this one. Otmar the steward's got a satchel with a scroll attached, but the name written on the paper is not yours. He weighs it carefully, the lump of coin curving about his fingers, the chink and chanks muted. Turns to you. You recognize that name? You shake your head. The man continues. A week ago, we sent the famed Sir Sylvan of here to go hunt down some foul beasts that have been terrorizing the town and surrounding farmsteads for weeks. Do you know why his satchel has remained in my ownership? You shrug and answer, because he hasn't returned. Otmar the steward nods and sets the satchel down. He sits on the edge of his table. Correct. He hasn't returned. Now, why do you think that is? I think it's because he's dead. Let's not be so negative. I think it's because the beasts out there require more. I think they require someone like you, Sellsword. Would you be willing to help us now that this nobleman has failed? What's it worth to you? 860 crowns. Yep. Yeah, I accept that contract. It's gonna be web. Oh, 6 web knots? It's night. Add it. Night's not a big deal. I only have 1 bowman. Revenge. Revenge for our boy. Took part in 2 battles and had 4 kills. Like, bruh. Cats hiss and flee the second you step into Otmar the steward's room. A few dogs, always sort for a mystery, run about your legs and sniff the spider carcass. Our nose is crinkling and pulling away, but always coming back for more. The townsman is writing notes, and he can hardly believe his eyes. He sets the quill pen down. Is that a giant spider? You nod. He smiles and picks the quill pen back up. Perhaps I should have suggested you bring a very big shoe. Your payment of 86 crowns is there in the satchel. Go on, take it. It's all there. And you can leave the corpse. I'd like to get a closer look at the creature. Gain some crowns. Yalmar of Hammerden turns to you to look. Turns to you as you look for somewhere to sit. Boy, mercenary, how long has it been since you've slaked your sword with the blood of evil, cruel men? Drops sarcasm if you figure you'll be standing now. We here at Hammerden are having a bit of a tip for some local brigands. Local to us, that is. Little rat's hole not far from here. Obviously, I think the answer to this issue is hire some finely armed men such as your little company of good fellows. So, does that pique your interest, mercenary? Do you need to find sturdier men for this task? What are you going to pay? 820. I accept. Let's do it. I need to... None of these towns have had a bow. Well, they did. Remember, like I couldn't buy it at the time. I should have bought that bow. I just didn't wait for morning, actually. Oh, this is okay. I think we wait. We skip turn, everybody. He waits. Everyone else skips turn. So yeah, I got the layout right this time. I'm gonna have to start being more strategic about it. Maybe it's too early game to care about it too. This is something I saw previously. Oh, this man is not getting away. Goodbye. This is it. Yep. What did I get? I got his helmet. That's good enough for me. man is left behind after the battle. He's not a brigand, but in fact a prisoner of theirs. He asks who he is. He mentions that he's from Dahab and that he's looking for work. He asks if he can wield a sword. He nods. Fucking come on. The man joins the ranks, immersing himself in a crowd of brothers who seem to take him warmly enough for a group of paid killers. The newly hired states he's good with all weapons, but you figure you'll be the one to decide what he's best with. Let's see about a weapon for you. Hjalmar of Hammerden leans back in his chair, folding his hands over his lap. Sellswords don't sit right with many folks, I suppose on the account of y'all killing and destroying whole villages on a short-changed whim. But I'll admit you done good. He nods to a corner of the room where a wooden chest lays unopened. It's all there, but I won't be offended if you need to count it. You do count it, and it is indeed all there. You gain 820 crowns, no more ambushed crowns. Alright. Mattis of Hammerden takes a book from a shelf. When he sets it on his table, dust or even ash plume outward. He opens it up, thumbing slowly from page to page. You believe in monsters, Sellsword? I'm asking honestly, as I believe you've had a better walkabout of this world than I. You nod and speak. More than just a belief, yes. The man thumbs another page. He looks up at you. Well, we believe monsters have come to Hammerden. I believe that's why people are going missing. Understand where this is going? I need to find these make-believe creatures and kill them like any other. Are you interested? Just talk pay. He jingles with a bag of coins. It'll be yours if you can help me out on this. We paid 380 crowns when the contract is done. Yeah, we need to pay more. No, it's 380 crowns. Oof, man, this man drives a hard bargain. I accept it. Hunt him down. We got plenty of manpower for this one. There we go. There it is. It's gonna be easy. I don't even know how to call it Noxuras. I'm sure this is German. Beat his ass up. 90%, you missed. Get him. Everyone attack now. Now it's your Wild West. Alright, we did it. A bunch of brains. I think it's all... Doesn't give you anything good though. I think it's all... You just sell it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Excuse me. Alright. Dead Noxuras are scattered about. Take a knee beside one and look at its mouth. Whatever was in its lungs is still issuing forth. A wheeze burping out. Putting a cloth to your nose, you use the other hand to chop away at its neck with a blade, cutting off the head and holding it up. You order a few brothers to follow suit from Mattis of Hammerden. That's why it took me a while. We'll be expecting proof. Back to Hammerden. A little bit poor. Mattis of Hammerden takes a Noxura head and holds it up. A few mewling cats seemingly appear out of nowhere, circling beneath it like buzzards would overhead. He throws it out the window, and the felines go running. Good work, Sellsword. 380 crowns, as promised. Money. You no longer have disappearing villagers. A successful hunt. What do you got for me? You come to Balon, the counselor. And your shadow alone startles the man. He sits up straight at his desk and nods. I got the fits. No mind to your being here, Sellsword, though you're scary enough. But word around these parts that large spiders are afoot. No reason to leave the story is being that I'd gone to a farmstead and seen the large webbings and the devoured livestock. I need a man privy to absolute violence. That's me. Love it. Violence. Speaking to you here, I need such a man to find the nest of monsters to put them to an end. Are you interested? Let's talk pay. Just get a single payment for your task earlier. You receive 670 crowns when the contract is done. Yeah, let's do that. That's our target. The nest of webnecks is a pit of earth wreathed in white. At its rim are thin filaments which list about it even the slightest suggestion of a breeze. Marching your company inward, the webbing begins to take a sort of civilized shape as though you were walking in from wintry hinterland. The recency of its creation apparent in its tight trappings, deer, dogs, man-sized cocoons which show no sign of life, all bound snug in the hangars of white silos and plains like morsels lost upon a pale rug. A black shadow saunters up behind the veiled domicile. I don't hear that word every day. Coming to the fore with its legs squatting defilade. Definitely don't see that one every day. Its head crouched beyond them as though the foul cretin were gated by its own stride. The human hand sucks in and out from its mandibles like some macabre pacifier. You've come to the right place. That's hard. See, like, this writing, I think, is why I like this game so much. Because that's fucked up. Like, that is really good writing. Charge! Can't make out who's attacking you in time. You have to defend yourself. Well, I saw it on the combat screen. There we go. He lives. It's over. Oh, we did it. Everyone lives. The spider's defeated. You have the whole godforsaken place burned and ready a return to Balon the Counselor. As the fires rise, tiny spiderlings come running out with their bodies aflame like fireflies in the night. A few sellswords take up an impromptu game of seeing who can squash the most, an affair which ends with a particularly ambitious spiderling almost setting a mercenary's pants alight. Let's be done with this. We have crowns to collect. You have to track down Balon the Counselor, ultimately finding the man in a stable library with a peasant girl. He saws upward from the hay, startling the horses which whinny and stamp their feet. Half-dressed, the man states he already has your pay and forks it over. Eyeing the girl, he then starts to grab whatever's in reach, including from the saddlebags and the stable mounts, hands them over. The townsfolk also sought to pitch in, as thanks. Right. For the thanks, he asks you to give whatever's in a... For further thanks, you ask he will give you whatever's in a nearby satchel. You get some roots and berries. Oh my goodness. A cowl-shaded man hisses at you, his teeth and nose winking momentarily from the dark of his hood. Got no time for lepers or jokers, and the man, get out of your way. Instead, he starts talking. The master requires your services. He's heard of your exploits. Follow me and I shall take you to him. Rest your hands in the hand of your sword and nod. I'm all ears. Wilhelm, the councilman's got a few dogs at his feet, all tuckered out with their tongues lolling. I spent the last few days hunting for missing folks. Folks who are seamlessly disappearing to the gods know where. He leans down and pets one of the hounds, scratched it behind the ear. Usually, the dog would respond to that. The poor thing barely even responds. Oh man, that's fucking sad. Folks don't know what I know, though. Which is that people ain't just disappearing, they're being taken. Horrible beasts are afoot, sellsword. I need you to go after them. Hell, maybe you'll even find someone or two of the townsfolk, though I doubt it. One of the mutts lets out a long, tired wheeze, almost as if on cue. What's it worth to you? Gesticulates with his hands, pointing his fingers as if counting something, but it means nothing to you. Judging from experience, this is good payment for the task. 610 crowns when the contract is done. I accept your offer. Let's do it. Good one. Hunt down what terrorizes. Senftenberg. Peasant hacking firewood straightens up before you. By the gods, nice to see you, sirs. I thought I heard word of some sellswords stumbling about looking for the beast terrorizing these parts. He asks if he's seen anything that might help. He pitches his hands over the pommel of his axe. Can't say I have, no. But I've heard some things. I know a man and woman not far from here got taken. Well, disappeared together. Word has it they're dead in the woods now, barnacled up in the trees, hanging loose by the guts, Oh wait, maybe they just gone off on their feetsies to shack up together. Hell, the gal hated her father, and the kid was just a nobody with a flair of good looks and a charming tongue. Yeah, that makes sense. Pauses, then glances at you. Anyhow, I'm certain those monsters are afoot. Keep an eye out, sellsword. Thanks, buddy. We move on. There they are. Get them. Stick them. Yep. We're in the mountains, aren't we? Yep. I should have known better than to fight like this. This man is beat the fuck up. Sneaky motherfucker. Too bad. We did it. Came out on top yet again. More useless garbage, but at least we get paid. You order your men to scour the field and collect as many parts as they can from the spiders. If you make a mistake of touching the hairs on the web next leg, you've been scratching quickly forming rashes. Yeah, to Wilhelm the councilman's office, carrying the dead spider on your back. Man screams, his chair squalls. As it flings back across the floor, he jumps to his feet and draws a butter knife off his desk. You throw the dead web knife from your shoulder, and it clatters on his back. The townsman slowly comes forward. He sheaths the butter knife in a loaf of bread and shakes his head. By the old gods, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Nodding, tell the man required more than a big boot to squash these beasts. He nods back. Of course, sellsword, of course. Pay him the 610 crowns right there in the corner. And please take that ungodly thing with you when you leave. Successful hunt. Otmar the steward kicks his feet up on his desk, knocking an empty goblet over. These peasants are at it again, bugging me. Say the orchard outside of Schnellen has been destroyed. I don't ordinarily take the folks at their word, but a few of my councilmen seem to have confirmed the news. So now I gotta do something about it. He swings a finger at you, smiling as he does it. And here's where you come in. Go to the orchard, kill those unruly vagabonds, and report back to me. How's that sound to you? Stock crowns. I'll also make you a rich man, my friend. We paid 50 crowns in advance, and another 210 when the job is done. We need to pay more advance when the work is done. I refuse to pay any more than this. What a dick, because you realize who we are. We'll do it. We're probably in pretty good standing. Oh. The deerscale nods and tips at the edge of the orchard. Its wooden chiming, the only thing around that seems to be alive. If anyone was living there, they left a long time ago. Buildings stand empty, hollowed out. You can tell just by looking at them that no one is inside. The old gods themselves could destroy this place, and not a single person would know or care. Sad. Best let Otmar the steward know of the good news. Not what I expected. Money first. The thieves were quite human, a simple crew of vagabonds and brigands. They arm themselves as you order your men to attack. To arms! Oh, Roderick. Took part in 6 battles and had 3 kills. Poor bastard. Yeah, one of those. Yeah. That's not ideal. Those who stole the crystal skull are dead, and thankfully we were able to find them. Find the item itself. Tossing the councilman would be most pleased with your work here. Let's collect our pay. Tostig the councilman takes the crystal skull from you, hugging it close as though he'd retrieve a lost child. His eyes get a little teary just looking at this artifact. Thank you, Sellsword. This means a lot to me. I mean, the town. You have our gratitude. He pauses, he stares, and his eyes bounce to a corner of the room. Our gratitude, Sellsword. Large wooden chest is opened by a guard. You count the crowns and go. Well.